Hey y'all, it's Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. All right, you can't tell it on there, but it's actually kind of hot today, or at least the locals would say it's hot. To me, I'm still used to that Texas heat, so it ain't ever that hot to me. And typically, every time I get to filming something, the rooster starts tripping. All right, so here it is. We got a bunch of chickens that are running around here. They're kind of panting. Typically, I like them to be hardened off. I don't like to baby anything, but it isn't unreasonable to provide shade. Typically, this is more than enough. But we have this thing pretty doggone full right now. So I'm going to show you what we use when it's just real simple things that you have available. And it goes quite easy. Really, all you need, we always carry a couple of pitchforks down here anyway, because we move this stuff either around this compost cage when we put new material in there, or yeah, it could be the stuff up the hill. But anyway, I'm not going to belabor the point because these guys are hot. So all we got here is a tarp. We got, any farmer has a bunch of tarps. We got some bungee cords. Always got bungee cords around. And we got a couple of tent stakes. I'm going to make something that was pretty much inspired from being a soldier. A soldier typically, it depends on what kind of soldier, but the kind I used to do, you basically had what was on your back and that was it. And so we used to make hooches. I remember being in the jungles of Panama and there was this dude had a Cuda walk right across his feet under his hooch. Craziest thing I ever seen. But anyway, I don't even know why I told that story. It just, what I'm doing today reminds me of being in the jungles of Panama and Fort Sherman in jungle school. But anyway, we're going to take one of those tricks and I'm going to show you what we do. Real simple, real easy. Keep in mind, folks, whenever you're out here with your birds and you start messing with the tarp, trust me, they're gonna trip. It's just what they do. When they hear this tarp, if you're not real careful with it, if you just throw it around, they're gonna start going nuts and they're gonna, maybe fly out. But we clipped all the wings on these guys and gals, or guy and gals, so they should be good. So I'm just basically gonna take these, I'm gonna attach it to the back of that chicken tractor and then we'll go from there. All right, we got it hooked at the back. And all I'm gonna do is take this little pitchfork and I'm gonna stick it in pretty good. Let's call it about right here. It doesn't have to be pretty. And all I'm gonna do is take this, stick it over the top. I'm just gonna take a bungee. We probably got 50 of these laying around. I'm just gonna attach it here. Actually I'm gonna do this just a little bit differently. I'm gonna move this out to about, let's call it right here. And all I'm gonna do, bam, put it right on the cage. I'm gonna grab this other one. You can see this one right here panting. There's a number of them up around that barrel where we keep the biochar, doing the same thing. All right, y'all, so look, we're not fusing DNA here. There ain't nothing to it. But look at them. They're already congregating under here. That's what we want. But you know what else? They're going to be more productive when you provide a way. Now here it is, just some bread, scraps and stuff like that. I guarantee they would not even think about touching this right now if it was in the open sun. They would wait. All right, y'all, here comes Justin on his tractor. Justin at Metcalf Mills. Look at that. There he is, he's just down the road. Neighbor, friend, awesome dude. Well, you can see this Australort mix is already out there, working on it. But look at the rest of them. They're still under here halfway panting. But you're gonna find out if you can provide them shade. Now, I've had a bunch of people as of late say, man, I had to move the whole chicken tractor, everything next to these trees to get them some shade. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can bring the shade to them, and it's also something that I put up in just a couple of minutes. It's really not that hard. Got it hooked onto the compost cage, and if you didn't have that, or let's say you didn't have a compost cage, there's no reason you couldn't use a regular tent spike. And you don't have to use bungee cords. You could use 550 cord. You could use, or what they call paracord these days. Same thing. But now they have a way, their compost cage is covered, and when they get hungry, they'll get over here and grub. Even put their water under here. Should have probably done this days ago, but I thought, foolishly on my part, I thought, okay, well, it ain't that hot to me, so it's probably not hot to them. But when I see them over here panting like this, and William says, hey, Dad, we need to go put something up, then, you know, we got to get it done. But there you go, easy makeshift. And check it out, it doesn't even have to be this way. Let's say you have an entirely different chicken setup. I'm using pitchforks here, but there's no reason you couldn't attach this to a barn. Or let's say you have 4, it could be something like those intermediate spikes. You could do the same thing. Just use your imagination a little bit. Like I said, 10 spikes, 550 cord, old tarp. They seem to be quite happy. And that's exactly what we want. So remember, hey y'all, remember we got that Back to the Land Festival coming up soon. Go check out that website. We got comfrey for sale. We got bone sauce, deer repellent for sale. Best there is, I think. Okay, yeah, that's the consequence of clipping their wings. Okay, they know how to get out. She knows how to get out. Anyway, folks, there you have it. So hopefully this helps you, especially in these hot, I know there's a lot of people living in hotter places. Ain't that bad here in the mountains. But until next time, this is Billy, the Permaculture Pimp Daddy, where PIMP stands for Permaculture is my passion. We'll see y'all next time.